All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the daily update, my 1000 day challenge. Day 667. So let's get things started. All right, so first and foremost, as you understand, today is a Sunday. The market, traditional financial market, is closed. So one key thing that I'd like to look at for today is just plainly the cryptocurrency in general. I would say it's just Bitcoin, in fact. So looking in terms of the daily close itself, yeah, okay, I'll mention why I'm looking in terms of a shorter time frame perspective. So over here, I do see there's a potential like a bullish falling wedge, whereby this could be the first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave. Then we could have potentially have a fifth wave downwards before we have a very strong bounce if the sell pressure isn't strong enough to push towards this region, which is the 24K region itself. So this is definitely in line, especially with if the S&P 500 were to close with somewhat like a bearish by a clear rejection itself, which could pull down the Bitcoin or crypto market in general to another drop, in which case that could potentially be a short-term drop itself before we have a very strong rebound. So if we do have a strong rebound following day afterwards, it could very much spark the potential near bottom for the short-term or the mid-term kind of time frame period, which is like the next 1 week to 1 month period time frame. So that's something to bear in mind. And the reason why I was looking on the shorter time frame is that on the other hand, on the shorter time frame itself, it looks more to be like a flat pattern rather than a bearish bullish falling wedge in that perspective. So generally, when you want to see a bullish falling wedge itself, we do want to also see a very nice formation even on shorter time frame, which is why I was trying to zoom in onto shorter time frame to see is there a potential shift for momentum on shorter time frame just yet, which means I want to see price actually hovering above the 200 exponential moving average on the shorter time frame first, because ultimately, in order for the bullish market structure to resume on the daily time frame, it generally has to be transited from the shorter time frame, which could start from as short as 1 minute to as high as up to it will have to start between the 1 minute to the daily time frame period itself, the transition behind. And we do transit very smoothly from 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, all the way up to daily time frame itself. It will start a very good potential that we can very strong reversal. But right now, what I do see is that there is only some cross kind of market over here, and we do see some sort of potential strength gaining on the 10-minute time frame. So that's a very good first sign. However, on the 15-minute chart and above, we are still see somewhat like a flat crisscrossing kind of a market structure potential pattern itself. So that's something that we are still in the midst of it as well. All right, so for now, I'm not looking to enter any trade when you're looking in terms of 4-hour and any higher time frame. You could, of course, be still looking for some potential scalp position, but I'll be highly cautious in terms of that, especially to ensure that you have a tight enough stop loss. But bear in mind, taking into account transaction fee itself, it may not make sense to trade in terms of Bitcoin due to the low volatility we're facing right now and the high transaction fee that you may face depending on the exchange that you're trading it as well. Yeah, you could of course choose other pairs whereby the volatility is higher in terms of percentage-wise, because ultimately when it comes to trading fees, for most of the exchanges that do charge trading fees, they charge in terms of percentage of the price itself, in which case you do need a certain volatility to have any form of meat in that particular perspective. So 0.1% would no longer have any meat in the sense that taking into account transaction fee, you'll be making a loss even if you were in the right direction in that perspective. All right, otherwise, that's more or less about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop by your comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.